I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Hey! I'm the best. What's going on, YouTube? I'm Darian, and of course you guys know me here on YouTube as the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. My channel focuses on looking good and smelling great, so I talk about fragrances and fashion. So if that sounds like something that would be of interest to you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I invite you also to click the bell icon. That way you get notified every time I release new content on the channel. By the time this video releases, of course, I know it's going to be really close to the Christmas holiday, so Merry Christmas to all of you guys out there. I thank you guys for this year, for liking my content, subscribing to the channel. I sincerely appreciate you guys and hope that you and your families will have a very Merry Christmas and certainly a Happy New Year. I know this year has been rough, but I solely believe that next year is going to be a great year. I just have the faith to believe that, things are going to get better. So I pray things will get better for my family as well as yours. So with that being said, guys, now that the year is coming to a close, I'm going to be talking about some fragrances in my collection that were great pickups for me in the year of 2020. Again, rough year, but one of the things that kind of keeps me going sometimes is just things that I love, and fragrances are one of the things that I do really love. So of course I did pick up some fragrances this year, and I want to talk to you guys about some of the ones that are my favorites. Now, I don't run out and buy a new fragrance every time we have a new fragrance that hits the market. That's just not what I do. Of course, because most of these fragrances I pay for myself, so I like to kind of make sure that it's something that I really feel like it's worth me spending my money on. So a lot of these fragrances here that I'm going to talk to you guys about, of course, are just that. I spent my hard-earned money on these fragrances, and they may not be the newest releases, but these are ones that I picked up this year that are worth note that I want to share with you guys today. So if you want to hear what some of my best fragrance pickups were from the year of 2020, you know how we get down. Let's keep it locked right here. All right, guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's go ahead and jump right into the video. The first one that I want to talk about, this one was sent to me from my guy, Big Beard Business. It was one of the releases that he had through Novices, and this one is Soirée Exclusive. And I talked about this fragrance when I did my impressions on these fragrances. I love this stuff. You guys know I really, really love gourmand scents, and this is a gourmand scent. It has marshmallow in it, I think. It has coffee. Some of my favorite notes in fragrances. To say the least, I love the bottle. It really did a great job on this fragrance, so I definitely want to mention this. I really enjoy this fragrance from Novices. Again, the Big Beard Business Enamored Collection. This was Soirée Exclusive. One of the more recent pickups here in my collection that I have been absolutely loving everything about this scent. This one right here is called Angel Share. This one is just great, guys. It's like, if you love gourmand scents, if you love boozy fragrances, I'm sure you will like this one. This is definitely my top 2 fragrance pickups from the year of 2020. Again, it's a more recent acquisition to the collection, but nevertheless one that I absolutely adore. This has one of the most beautiful cognac notes with like a nice woody background. I talked about it again in my review, but I love this one right here from by Kilian. This is Angel Share. The next one that I want to mention to you guys, I talked about this one on one of my recent videos as well. This is Straight to Heaven Extreme from by Kilian. Straight to Heaven Extreme. This one is a beautiful scent, guys. I like the original, but in this one, again, more booziness, more vanilla. What more could a guy ask for? This is a sexy scent. It smells fantastic. Just love this stuff. This is boozy and even more booziness from this fragrance right here. I just love it. Again, so as I look through the collection of things that I got this year, this was one that I definitely had to put on this list because I absolutely adore it. By Kilian, this is straight to heaven extreme. The next one on the list comes from the house of Parfums de Marly, and this one is Habdan. Habdan, and this has rose in it. It has caramel, I think it is, apple. It's just good, guys. Again, for a person like me, I love the note of rose, and I've heard people say this, and I agree with this. It kind of reminds me of the smell of a candy apple, the caramel candied apple that you get from the fair. I love this fragrance right here. It's been in high rotation for me since I got it. One of my favorites now from the house of Parfums de Marly. A lot of people don't talk as much about Habdan as they do some of the other fragrances from the Parfums de Marly house, but this is the really, really good one. People kind of sleep on that one. And the next fragrance, again, something that was a little bit more of a more recent acquisition for me from the house of Bond No. 9. This is Lafayette Street. Lafayette Street, but this, guys, is really, 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 really good. It's nothing, groundbreaking about this one, but it's just a very highly complimented fragrance. It's a very mass appealing scent DNA that you get from this, and again, one of my favorites. This is definitely my top 3 pickups from the year of 2020. An amazing discovery. I said before, Chad from A Gentleman's Journey sent me a decant of this, and I ran through it and had to get a full bottle. So Lafayette Street from Bond No. 9. I love that one. Next one, guys, that I picked up this year is Portrait of a Lady from Frederic Malle. And you guys know I love this fragrance. This is in my top 5 fragrances of all time. I had a decant of it. I went through the decant, and then I had a 50 ml bottle of this. And I had to get the big one, guys, because I really, really love this stuff. Again, I told you guys a true story about this. I wore this fragrance to work one day, and I got 7 compliments. Men and women alike were complimenting this scent. Patchouli and rose. Love this stuff. Frederic Malle's Portrait of a Lady. Just an absolute masterpiece. Now, this next one is a designer fragrance that I picked up this year. I always had it on my radar, and for some reason I kept kind of delaying adding it to the collection, but I'm glad I didn't delay anymore because I love this stuff. This is Azzaro's Wanted by Night. This is the sexy big brother of the original. I was a fan of the original Azzaro Wanted, and this one maintained that freshness. This one maintained the freshness from the original, but with some added notes, primarily cinnamon. Again, I always talk about that. I love the note of cinnamon. But guys, a fantastic designer fragrance. This is everything. It's mass appealing. It's mass appealing. It's sexy. It's good. From the house of Azzaro, this is Wanted by Night. The next fragrance that I want to mention is from the house of Nasomatto, and this is Baronda. This is Baronda. I've talked about this before, but again, this is just a very nice, kind of smooth, sexy fragrance. It has ambrette in this, and it gives me almost this kind of slightly sweet vibe, almost like a marshmallowy type of vibe that I pick up from this one right here. But it's an amazing scent, definitely an amazing discovery for me this year and pick up in 2020. And next we're going back to the house of by Kilian again. This one is called Apple Brandy. Apple Brandy. So last year on my birthday I picked up single malt, and then this year I picked up Apple Brandy. This was probably around the June, July time frame, and I had a chance to really start to enjoy it when the weather got cold, guys. This is just a fragrance that you have to wear to appreciate and enjoy. You enjoy your own sea eyes and your own scent bubble when you're wearing Apple Brandy. It's just a very, very well done fragrance. It's very, very well done. Again, the booziness, the apple quite naturally that you get from this, man. Just again, if you like boozy fragrances, I'm sure this is one that you will really appreciate. Highest of quality in this stuff right here. So definitely a fragrance that is on the top of my list as far as the pickups from 2020, Apple Brandy by Kilian. And the next one, we're going to go back to the house of by Kilian. I went on a Kilian buying spree this year, and this one is very near and dear to my heart because it is discontinued. Everyone that I know of that loves Kilian fragrances are begging and pleading for Kilian to come back and bring this fragrance back. But this is Sacred Wood. Sacred Wood, it's a very simple note breakdown, guys, but this fragrance is really just a very creamy sandalwood based fragrance. That's really all it is. You just have to experience it to understand. One of my most treasured pickups of the year of 2020. There's a young lady by the name of Adele that's in a few fragrance groups. I reached out to her. I told her that I was really trying my hardest to get my hands on a bottle of this, and she had just put one up for sale in a Kilian group, and I missed it. It was only available for sale for like 2 minutes, and it was already gone. That's how high of demand there is for this particular fragrance. And so I reached out to her. She told me she might be able to look out for me. Long story short, the shipping did come from overseas, so it took a while, but it was worth the wait. She got me a bottle. And Adele, I appreciate you. One of my most treasured pickups of the year of 2020 is Sacred Wood from by Kilian. The next fragrance on the list, guys, we have 2 more left, and this one is from the house of Tom Ford. This was Ombré Leather. Ombré Leather. I know they released a version of this fragrance in the private collection before, but it's just as good. It's just as good. Of course, if you have Tuscan leather, this is a little bit more, in my opinion, a more wearable version of Tuscan leather, but it's really, really good. The highest of qualities when you talk about, fragrances released on the designer side of things for Tom Ford. This is one of my favorites. I picked this up early this year. It came out in 2018, I think, or early 2019. I think it was 2018, and I wanted to get my hands on it ever since. And because I had Tuscan leather, I gave it a little bit of time, but I finally got this in the collection, and I'm glad I did. From the house of Tom Ford, this is Ombré Leather. And last but not least, guys, this is another designer scent. This is Givenchy Gentleman, the EDP. Again, if you like fragrances like Valentino Uomo Intense, of course, Dior Homme Intense, this will put you in the mindset of those fragrances. But this one is more spicy. This has more spices in it. This has patchouli in it, vanilla notes, of course, that are going to put you in the mindset. Orris, which is kind of like iris, is going to kind of remind you of those fragrances that I mentioned. But again, to me, this is a more masculine, spicy take on a Dior Homme Intense type DNA. But this is definitely one of the fragrance pickups from 2020 that I highly, but definitely this is one of my top pickups, especially, of course, on my designer fragrances that I picked up this year from the house of Givenchy. This is Gentleman EDP. All right, guys, that's it. That's my time. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video as I gave you guys some of my favorite pickups from the year of 2020. As I always say, guys, I appreciate you guys taking a few moments to watch this video. Of course, I know you could have been anywhere else in the world. You don't have to take the time to watch my videos, but I sincerely appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I always, of course, hope you guys will take the time to like, comment, and subscribe, and share these videos out to folks that you think could use this information or find me entertaining, because I'm your guy, Darian, the bow tie fragrance guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.